The Programme National d'Efficacité Énergétique PNEE is underway. Its objective is to assist local companies to be more energy efficient by creating an ecosystem. In the middle term, savings in energy can potentially reach 1.2 billion rupees annually, representing a decrease in consumption of 40 megawatts on the local grid. Finally, our country at large will benefit from the PNEE program, which will have a positive impact on the environment. The PNEE has a specific project for industrial motors, pumps and fans. As the irrigation of sugarcane fields is very power-consuming, the agricultural sector has highly participated in this project.
The sugar industry is actually undergoing a great change. Today, 54,000 hectares are harvested to produce around 350,000 tons of sugar. The abolition of sugar quotas in Europe, as from the 1st of October 2017, means that beetroot growers have been able to increase their production and thereby saturate the European market. We must therefore take action locally. One of the items we have been looking at recently is the reduction of production costs pertaining to irrigation. And consequently, the PNEE program offered by Business Mauritius is for us a definite advantage in order to meet these challenges ahead.
In addition to the 3 pumping stations for irrigation, 2 other companies have responded favorably to our call for applications for this project. Of the 5 companies, the combined bill to operate these systems amounts to 40% of their total electricity consumption. This is to say that savings is important, especially at the airport of Mauritius, where pumps and fans are used for air conditioning for the comfort of passengers.
The airport terminal covers a surface area of 57,000 square meters. 90% of the ground level, levels 1 and 2, have air conditioning. To this date, we have already exceeded 3.7 million passengers. To ensure air conditioning, there are about 20 pumps which are used for the production and distribution of chilled water throughout the terminal, and about 6 pumps for the distribution of drinking water and 10 pumps for firefighting and for wastewater. 50% of the total electricity bill is for air conditioning and water distribution. The specificity of Medine agriculture is that we are located on the west coast, which is the driest region of the island. Consequently, without the means of irrigation, we cannot grow sugarcane as well as vegetables. Therefore, we have a network of more than 100 kilometers of piping and equipped it with more than 75 pumps. Our budget for irrigation at Medine agriculture is around 50 million rupees, and from these 50 million, 30 to 40% goes to electricity. So this is a big item of expenditure that requires our full attention. My employer is Terra Agri, a company which owns about 6,000 hectares of sugarcane fields. It is found in a region which is poor in water resources, so we have to irrigate our fields. There are about 10 pumping stations in all and about 20 pumps which are being used, and the electric consumption coming from these pumps represent around 10% of the total irrigation budget.
The participants benefit from the financing of the audit exercise at the level of 60% by l'Agence Française de Développement and the European Union, while the training part is funded by the HRDC. The technical team of the PNEE visited the companies to record the required specifications. An invitation for tender is then launched to recruit consulting firms specialized in motorization systems.
Opti Energy has been selected following a bid exercise launched by Business Mauritius more than 6 months ago to perform audits of motorized systems in the Mauritian industrial sector.
The auditors used different instrumentation models according to the specificity of the sites and the nature of the activities of the participants.
In fact, the participating companies showed a positive reaction with regards to the recommendations made. As soon as they have received the report, and sometimes even before receiving the audit report, they started to implement some of the recommendations that had been pointed out directly to them during the site audit. We worked on the 2 largest stations, that is, Bellevue, which is very close to the factory, and the Solitude station, which is situated in the driest region of the factory, and also to look into the solutions to be implemented so as to reduce the cost of pumping and electricity. The auditing was done with a lot of professionalism and is also very positive. We have become aware of the technical aspects. We will be able to put it into practice. It was a great success. Quite sharp, and the exchange of ideas and experiences were of very high level.
The delivery of the audit report is accompanied by collective training. Individual handing over of the report have helped companies to better understand the recommended solutions and to use the report as a learning tool to draw up their action plans.
And if we have a look at the audits that have been carried out and their recommendations without going into much details, we find recommendations of behavioral type. Here it's really about raising awareness among the staff. Installing measuring meters, but also the stop process on installations which run uselessly at times, or for example on irrigation systems in peak hours. Then also to do preliminary attempts at reorganizing the production, redirecting maximum products onto production lines which were identified as the most efficient during energy audits. We hope to optimize the operation breaks during the night. We also plan to optimize the use of the secondary pumps dedicated for chilled water circulation in the terminal. All this will generate energy savings of about 1.5 million rupees per year. There are some investments to be done, and we will surely take advantage of the funding proposals made available under the PNEE program and Business Mauritius, especially now that the price for sugar has dropped down and the price for sugar will be well below our production costs. Following the presentation of the audit report, several solutions have been proposed to us, such as implementing variable speed drives on our pumps or electronic starters, and also to see the appropriate size of our pumps in order to meet the demand for irrigation.
Following the PNEE industrial motors, pumps and fans, the direct benefits from this project will be of 15% on the participants' energy bills.
If we make an overall assessment of savings that we could identify, we can say that the bracket is a bit large, but we found between 5 to 40% of energy consumption reduction opportunities depending on the audited site. This is not insignificant, and with short returns on investments varying between 6 months or less, and in some cases 4 to 5 years.
This program on pumps and motorized systems has allowed us to understand that a connected agriculture will be an agriculture for the future and bring all these to the service of the growers, enabling an agriculture for tomorrow, which is sustainable and which is there for the long term, meant for our future generations.